Hello everybody, this is Louisa with Ellie Paper Studio, and I am going to be making a Get Well Soon card, or You're in Our Thoughts and Prayers kind of card. The person that this is going to is a German Shepherd breeder, which is why I went with a German Shepherd theme. Also, they live in Colorado, so that's why I kind of like this theme. My image, this entire image comes from the Silhouette store, and I will let you know the number. As always, at the end of the video there's going to be a picture with all the different dimensions and details. I did use my Cricut to cut this out, and this is from the Fancy Frames cartridge, and this was cut out at 6 inches by 4.5, roughly a little bit below that. It did, I did rip it when I was taking it off, but because I'm going to be gluing it directly onto this ivory piece of cardstock, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. So it is a very delicate piece. If you've ever worked with Fancy Frames, all of their pieces are very intricate filigree type of cuts. And then I have my card base, which is actually quite larger, and it's a 5x7, and I embossed it using Cuttlebug's, one of Cuttlebug's embossing folders, and also I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, so I will let you know all the details on my blog. And this German Shepherd image, silhouette image here, I got from the Silhouette store also, but you could probably get away with just looking for a black and white German Shepherd image on Google and tracing it. It was just on sale when I was looking for one time, and I've known that we were getting a German Shepherd from them, so I've known that a German Shepherd's coming, so I've been collecting German Shepherd or dog type of silhouettes. And then also I will be using the Pain Go Away for my Creative Time stamp set. I will be using Sending You Get Well Wishes for the outside, and then inside it says You Are in Our Thoughts and Prayers. And I think it's a pretty good message for someone who is unfortunately sick. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling. I will be doing some embossing with and the embossing I will be doing on top of this blue paper cardstock, and I will be doing it in black. I love using black embossing powder just because it's such a good, gives it such a good quality image. But you could always use Tuxedo, Memento's Tuxedo black ink if you don't want to emboss, or if you don't have an embossing tool. And then last I'll be using this ribbon. This is the very last piece of the ribbon that I have. And I actually wouldn't even use all of it, so I may get away with another use for this ribbon. I loved it. It's from Studio G, which means that I probably got it at Walmart for about $1, so it was a great buy. Highly recommend it if you can find it again. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling everything. additional part of the card up. And I also ended up using Versamark for the inside sentiment. I just love the way that really rich, dark black embossing powder takes the sentiments. As you can see, this is what not to do when you're using a really good stamp quality that has really thin lines, because I basically, when I went down on it, I pressed my finger on the prayers part, and you can see how much thicker it is than the thoughts. It still looks fine. It almost looks like it was intentional because it's the whole word and then this one isn't. But look how beautiful it would have been. And same thing with the Get Well Wishes. If I had just been a little bit lighter on the touch, it probably would have been even thinner. So it's a little bit of a balance, because you also don't want it too thin, because then the embossing, the Versamark won't get on it. So this is the finished card. I did end up doing the little bow and the big pearl mainly to cover up the bow mistake. I cut it the wrong way, and because of that, when I was tying it, it was, as you could see, it was kind of difficult to get it into a bow form, but it kind of came together. Another thing that I realized, I love the card. I would have, hindsight is in 2020, right? In a future card using the same fancy frames, I would have probably this bottom ivory part, I would have probably cut a hole on it also, so then this would have been on this first initial card base, so then you can, it almost looks like a frame in 3D, and then the dog wouldn't be coming out so much. But it's alright. I still like how it looks. And I added some pearls to where everything crisscrosses on the embossing folder. And it's a pretty simple card, not too much. Just, I like the tone-on-tone ivory, and I love the pearl look. It's a little bit classier, a little bit more sober because of the kind of card it is. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber and you enjoy these types of videos, go ahead and you can subscribe. You can take a look at some of the other projects that I do. Like I've said before, I have a lot of cards that I have to make, birthday cards and whatnot. My stash is running rather low, and so I'll be probably doing more cards soon. And as always, I love scrapbooking, and I'm trying to get through my own personal scrapbooking albums, so my scrapbook albums, so you'll see probably some more layouts, and also with the coming of the puppy, you'll definitely see some layouts on that. So I hope you enjoyed this, like I said, and most of all, I hope this inspired you. Thanks for watching.